Who won in court but lost in the court of public opinion. Jennifer Connell was called the worst aunt ever in the Aunt from Hell for suing her nephew. Her nephew basically jumped into her arms and the extra physical affection broke her arm. Became a really big deal when it happened. Thing is, she needed to name a person at fault for her injury for her insurance and named her nephew with his parents' permission. She wasn't actually suing her nephew, just getting insurance money so she could be treated. In 1980, Lindy Chamberlain Creighton was charged for the death of her daughter Azaria Chamberlain. They had been camping in the Australian bush when the baby disappeared. She claimed a dingo had taken her child, but the public thought that was preposterous. Despite locals who regularly camped in the area and indigenous people that lived there saying there were many dingo lairs nearby and that the creatures were extremely dangerous. They did little to no follow-up and she was convicted because the public thought she behaved weirdly after the baby's death by doing things like smiling at a pleasant memory during the memorial. Not only that, she became a laughingstock around the world with the term, "The dingo ate my baby," making it into shows as big as Seinfeld at the time. Years later they found a dingo lair with scraps of Azaria's clothes because, shockingly, the people who live and regularly camp in the area actually know more than the police in general. Public and were correct. She was released from prison and her name was cleared. But she'll have to live the rest of her life knowing her baby was taken from her and the world treated her like a murderous clown. This, and the McDonald's hot coffee lawsuit, are a major lesson in how nobody should ever take what the media says about a case at face value. Richard Jewell, the man falsely accused of the Centennial Olympic Park bombings in Atlanta in 1996. He was a security guard and saved dozens of lives by spotting the bomb and clearing spectators. The FBI noted him as a person of interest, and his name was dragged through the mud by local and national media. While the FBI stopped investigating Jewell by October of that year, it wasn't until a couple of years later that his name was truly cleared when Eric Rudolph, the actual bomber, was caught. Jewell sued a number of media outlets and settled with a few of them for an undisclosed amount. The dingo took my baby woman, which turned out to be true as well. O.J. Simpson. Casey Anthony. What's something common that men do, that women wish they would stop doing? Trying to order me over to your apartment like I'm Uber Eats instead of inviting me on an actual date. Not all men, but many in my circle, act like know-it-alls. Don't argue with me about something I do for a living. Pissing across the room and missing the toilet. Don't hit on me while I'm at work. I am here working. I am forced to be here on the clock. I am forced to be nice to you. I can't tell you how uncomfortable I feel, how inappropriate this is to me, and how I am subscribed, my brothers.